So to add to the previous episode that I published, where we talked about using personal development content as the bulk of what you create so that you can grow and attract the right people to your audience, I want to expand upon that because you might be thinking like, aren't I just supposed to talk to a certain person about a certain result and kind of stay within my niche? And so after kind of going to the ends of the earth and back about this topic, I've read everything about it. I've changed my niche multiple times. I've made multiple six figures inside of two different niches. And I even wrote a book called Nail Your Niche. And also recently going through Dan Koh's program. He's a solopreneur who does like 3 or 4 million a year because he has a huge following, and he really advocates for this idea that you are the niche and you don't have to niche down and you can talk about whatever you want. When I first came across his content, I was like, how? How do you just talk about whatever you want? And the more I've studied this and watched what he's advocating for, I've come to a clearer understanding of it. And so when you're creating content, if let's say you're interested in health, like you work out, eat healthy. Let's say you're interested in like meditation and mindfulness. Let's say you're interested in being a better parent because you are one. Let's say you're interested in like music, like playing guitar. And let's say you're also interested in business. And we'll just say that your niche is like email marketing. And let's say that while you're doing okay at the other things, but email marketing, business, that's kind of where you've gotten your results in life. That's where you can say, yeah, I've, helped 5 clients grow to 6 figures or whatever. And then, so that's like the thing that you sell. You sell email marketing, you help clients build email sequences, improve their copy and all of that so they can make more money from the email list that they have. This is you. This is an example. Okay. So what do you actually do? Well, 80% of your content can be about all those other topics that we talked about. You can write about your morning routine. You can write about Tony Robbins and what he taught you at the seminar and stuff like that. And then 20% of your content will be about email marketing tips, how to quit your job and replace your income by building an email list, and you'll also have a course and or coaching program that helps people do the same thing to quit their job with email marketing, or to, succeed in email marketing, to improve your existing email marketing. And so you notice that, and getting back to Dan Koh, the guy who's making millions and telling everyone that, you don't have to have a niche, you don't have to niche down, yet all the millions that he's making are coming from him selling courses on how to be a solopreneur, to be a creator, to do what he does, basically, to grow following and monetize it. So Dan absolutely has a niche, yet he's saying not to niche down. And what he is not maybe explicitly saying clear enough in his content is that the product that you sell is niched down, but the personal brand that you create is not. Although you do sprinkle in, let's say, 20% of your content around that niche so that people are aware of the vehicle that you're using to improve a certain area of your life. And so that's what has helped me the most, is coming to that understanding of like, yes, you don't have to niche down most of what you say and who you are, because you are not niched down by default. You're a diverse person who's ever evolving. you're into personal development, you're learning, you're growing. And so you don't have to niche down. But people are not going to buy courses and coaching from you if they don't clearly understand that it's like going to help them save time and make it easier or more likely to get a specific outcome that they want. And so you'll notice that like the big gurus will talk about anything they want, but then their program will be like Digital Course Academy, how to create and launch your online course in 6 weeks, right? It's like very specific. Yet their content will be a lot of broad personal development stuff. That not everything that they publish is going to be about digital courses because that's kind of boring. It doesn't really show your own depth. And it's not like you can't really like connect with someone on a deeper level if all you talk about is courses. You think about the people that you have the closest relationships with in life. You probably had a deep conversation with them at some point. You know, that night you guys stayed up all night talking and you realize that you think a lot alike. And then you're like, man, I really like that person. That's what helps us like connect and go deeper with a person as we realize we share a set of values, a set of like the same way of thinking. So that's a bigger benefit of showing all the different parts of you in your content. There's a lot of other benefits too, because it can attract a broader audience. Like everyone that follows you will be interested in the topics you talk about that aren't related to email marketing in that example, if they care about health and wealth and relationships, which most people do. If people don't want to improve, they don't want personal growth content, they're just going to unfollow you. And so this is kind of a cool realization for me because it's like, okay, the brand that I'm growing is just always going to be representative of the things that I care about. And that's what I'll talk about primarily and attract the people that think like I do and and they'll grow to trust me over time. And then when I have, specific vehicles, I'm like, hey, I think this could really help you. And here's I've packaged together exactly how to do it into a cohort or a course or a coaching program or a book or whatever. Then you can promote those things to that audience that trusts you. And those things will absolutely be niched down. You're not going to sell a program that's like, this is for your health, your wealth, and your relationships, or this is like a personal development course. That's just too vague. And like, can you imagine all that would have to go into that? And then it would be hard to sell. And it's just like a stupid business decision. So that's all I got for you guys. I'm not going to repeat it once again. I think you get the point. This was really helpful for me. If this was helpful for you and you want content like this delivered straight to your inbox, you can join the Ink to Income newsletter and join over 3,000 other people who are reading this every single week. The link is in the description. Appreciate you guys being here, and I will see you next time.